Greetings. I very much regret not being with you. One of the things I've always wanted to do is visit ELA. Who knows what next year will bring? But congratulations to your leadership, indeed to all the delegates, on the strength of your union movement. And let me first of all pay tribute indeed to those frontline workers, the workers who've actually gone to work every day to make it possible for us to live during the pandemic. And of course I'm talking about the healthcare workers. I'm talking about the workers in aged care, in childcare, those community care workers who've still done their job despite the risk to their own lives. You are heroes, but so too are the transport workers and the retail workers and others who've been there to serve us, all those services that we now realise how much we depend on. But also to the teachers, my own union. You adapted to educating online, overnight. To the workers who kept our supply chains going, the production workers. When you think about it, this pandemic has shown just how valuable workers are. Now we need the world to recognise them, to recognise their rights, because we're living through an era that we never expected to have to deal with. And it's a convergence of crisis. Before the pandemic, we had global inequality. We had inequality within and across nations because our employment regulations were breaking down. Globally, we have a broken labour market and it's creating inequality with 60% informal work now around the world and too much precarious or insecure work even in our more formal contracts of employment. But of course, we also have the climate crisis, and it's an emergency. We need to stabilise the planet, and we need to get more than half of the job done by 2030. That's painful, means transitions in every sector, but it has to happen for us to have a future here on our common home. And now the pandemic, it laid those fractures bare, but it's also given us new challenges around global health issues. Vaccine nationalism is a scourge. We have to actually fight for the solidarity for people all around the world. Till everyone is safe, no one is safe. So we have a set of demands that deal with this. It's called the new social contract. Jobs, jobs and jobs. Climate-friendly jobs with just transition. We want rights. We want to end impunity for corporations with mandated due diligence. And we want occupational health and safety to now be a fundamental right. We want a universal social contract. We actually want to see that in fact we have equality, not just of income with minimum living wages and collective bargaining for everyone, but indeed we want to see equality of gender and race. And we want an inclusive future that is based on the stability of our common security with those elements of a social contract, but also the SDGs to end poverty, to put everybody on a hopeful and optimistic and resilient foundation for the future. And we want an end to the conflicts that are now increasing around the world. We have a lot of work to do, but you know, my money's on the trade union movement. We have strength, we have solidarity, and we have the will to fight for a more equal and a more just future. Thank you for your courage.